back to Wargaming.net League North America World of Tanks Day. Well, the end of the day, the end of the week, really.
Yeah.
It's
Day
qualifier
five,
number 2. Yeah, day 5. We had 4 crazy nights of different matches, and now we get to wrap up the entire week and wrap up the entire qualifiers for season number 1. League play again, guys, will start July 11th. You don't want to miss it. Greetorp.
But not before. We get to give away some gold.
That's
Josh.
right. Do we have a winner?
That's the coolest thing. And yes, we do. Let's go ahead and go over to my screen real quick. Cameron Breed is going to take it. My favorite tank with being a noob has to be the T1 Cunningham. You're very intelligent, Cameron, for picking the T1 Cunningham. I'm really new to this game. Hashtag noob. Well, guess what, noob? Hold on. Guess what, noob? You're getting some gold and some premium.
Nice.
Booyah. 2,000
gold and 7 days worth of premium. You too can get that as well by just sending us a tweet at WGLNA or sending a comment to us on Facebook at facebook.com/WGLNA. Rookkill, you're a big fan of the T1 Cunningham since you're a scout. That is a great tank to have in your roster. Never sell it. Never get rid of it. Always keep it in your garage.
Yeah, there's no reason to get rid of the T1 Cunningham. It has such potency in the 742 format. There's no reason to.
The big question is, how do you not, or excuse me, I should say, how do you train the crew while maintaining good stats? Because you don't want to be like seal clubbing.
You don't want to be a dirty seal clubber, do you?
No, you don't.
No.
So how do you do that?
It's rough, man. You have to take a hit because sometimes you do have to play those pub matches. You have to.
Yeah.
And you could train a crew on some other tank and move them on over there, but
yeah.
I mean, you have to learn how to play the tank. So
you train a crew on the T-34. It's like, okay, guys, into the Cunningham. It's like
it's so cramped. It's so small. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the roster for our next team that we're going to highlight. Simplistic. We have Dark Lancier, B1 Doberman, which had some great plays this week. Schoolie, Waffles. I'm hungry now. Admiral Drake, Prime Moves, Mighty Pillow, ALarge2, Speed Weaponry, and Art of War. Saw some great plays from Art of War as well, spelling it PH rather than with an F. Now, because of their qualification, they're going to fight in league play as well. Let's go ahead and show off a highlight of some of the different plays that they had this week up against Fates Chosen. Actually, Fates Chosen took the first game here, but as we can see on steps, they did some great aggressive play, actually moving all across the map, and now finally moving up to the northern side and getting the surrounds. And this is when Simplistic really started to take it here, as they were able to confirm their fate up against Fates Chosen, as they were able to line up some shots here during this capture place, and this was crucial.
Tactically, Simplistic played phenomenally. Like, they knew how to position and move their tanks around at the perfect times. You know, timings are so critical, and knowing how fast your tank goes compared to how much distance you have to go requires a ton of experience, a ton of accuracy and precision, and they're able to take out a pretty strong team over here. Fates Chosen, of course, it did end up 3-1, but that's what really stuck out in my mind. Tactically and I guess mathematically, they were the cleanest.
And it was an armor parade with that IS-3 and that T-32 in that matchup, and because of that, they were on the chase here and were able to get the shots from behind. That AMX 5100, I believe, landing 3 shots at this time, at least 2 of them initially.
2 of them, then the 5100 followed up. Fates Chosen did as much as they could, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
That's right.
And actually, one of my favorite plays that they actually had, which we'll highlight later when we come to league play to show the different stories and paths that these teams took, was day number 4, this game 2 on Ensk, with the dual arty choice that they had, with the Strumpanzer 2 and the Bison, and how well they were able to rain fire down upon their opponents. We're going to have an interview ready with them at this very moment. We're going to be talking to Alex Largent. How did I pronounce that right? How do you pronounce your last name, sir?
Largent.
Largent. Okay, just as it's spelled. Also known as ALarge2, who is rocking the Bison. And he says that Artie needs a buff. Is that true?
I think it does.
Well, first off, congratulations being one of the qualified teams that will fight in the league. Your thoughts, your feelings on being qualified and the tough matches that you guys went through?
It's just great. I mean, we worked hard, put in a lot of effort. We've been scrimming with other simp teams. Obviously, there's 4 that made it to the finals, and I mean, we just went in there. We played our game. You know, we focused. You know, communicated well, flanked well, flexed well, and we just did what we had to do.
Now, you did not participate in qualifier number 1. What was the reason behind that? Were you not prepared, or?
We actually wanted to wait because we wanted to partake in skirmish 23, which we actually ended up winning. So we kind of took a break from the 42-point league, wanted to get a good practice and another skirmish. And like I said, we actually won it, and then we came in here with a great mindset and qualified.
And great mindset indeed. What kind of mindset do you have playing with your brother, Mighty Pillow? Is he your older brother, your younger brother? What's that relationship like?
It's really fun, actually. He's older than me. I mean, it's kind of interesting to say that, you know, the younger brother's the one calling the battles and, you know, commanding. But, I mean, it's a lot of fun. We play all the time together. We know what each other are thinking. Usually, sometimes to practice, what we do is we completely kill TeamSpeak. We just listen to music, and we just automatically move. You know, we get in there, we focus. We don't even have to communicate. It's just instant.
I actually want to get a little more in depth with you on day number 1 when you're up against Burn All Empires. You went for that first match. You went for the parking lot approach.
The Korean strat.
The Korean strat, exactly, where we first saw that in the Korean League. Why? What went wrong? What is the power of that strat, and why did it not work?
That's actually the first time that we lost, and the issue was I was in the T1. I spotted the guys. I believe it was down the D line, and they basically got caught out. You know, we knew that they had the cross shots on us, and we made the mistake of pulling out. We should have just flexed properly, which we didn't. I mean, I had the spots in the T1, but we still pushed in. And I mean, Art and I are constantly calling. Art's actually the commander of the team. I'm the co-captain. We're constantly calling. He calls half the battle. I call half the battle. You know, we're making each other think. In that match, I didn't speak up enough because I lit him, like I said, and I just didn't speak up.
Art of War, when he was playing in the AMX 1390, this was game number 3 on Abbey for day 3. You guys were up against Purple Rain, I believe, and he got those 3 tank kills. Was he going nuts on TeamSpeak when that was happening?
We were communicating like crazy because I knew the 5100 was coming for me, and I actually had an HE shell loaded in TD mode in my Bison, and I was prepared. And you know, he was trying to come cover me, but I mean, he was just going nuts. Just, man, RNG was in my favor.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest plays I think I had seen when that Bison just totally TD that 5100 that was coming for you. And finally, I want to ask you this more in-depth question on the dual nature arty of that last game versus Fates Chosen, or one of the games in Fates Chosen. It was game number 2 on Ensk. You had the Strumpanzer 2 and the Bison. Is that a strategy that you felt very comfortable with, or was it a big gamble for you guys?
We've actually practiced it a couple times. We've made mistakes in the past, but that's the time. Actually, the first time we used it in a tournament, it worked well. I've seen it on the Russian streams. I've seen Fulcrum use it. It's a great strat, and you just have to focus the shots on the arty, which I was working on doing. Dobie and I were, you know, trying to focus in, make them count. You know, there's no need to peekaboo whenever your arty's got you covered. So, I mean, we practiced it. We got comfortable. We know it works for us. So,
Alex, do you have any words for your opponents that you'll be facing in the league?
I mean, don't underestimate us. Don't overestimate us. Just bring your A game. We're going to bring ours for sure. I mean, I'm just ready for some good fights.
And definitely fear the Bison when it's in the hands of Alex.
Right.
Alex, my final question for you. Where can people learn more about your team, and do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, I got some shout-outs. Trouble 2. He's actually going to be on here soon. Dark Lancer, who's all the way in Argentina. Art of War, I can't do without him. You know, me and him are calling the battles. Like I said, he's the commander. Everyone at Simp, you know, we have all these teams. It's fun. We get in there in our tournaments. We're practicing. Then we get in the clan wars. We're constantly joking with each other, having fun. You can check us out at simpgaming.com. We also have our own Twitch, simp_gaming. And we have a Facebook page as well, which you can get a link to on simpgaming.com. But there's also a fanboy page from Schooly Fanboys on Facebook. You should check it out.
All right, we definitely will, Alex. Thanks for joining us. And along with the rest of the team captains, we're going to be sending you a Logitech webcam so you'll be able to face off against your opponents during the league play. Thanks for joining us, and best of luck to you and your team.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Well, I have to say, if you want to learn how to properly play a Bison, watch these guys, especially Alex.
On
phenomenal play.
That Ents game, he had 1,300 damage done with his Bison. That's 2 tier points doing the damage of basically a tier 8.
Yeah.
That's how you play a Bison, man.
It was great.
He knows what's up.
It was great, and we're going to have one more interview with one more team coming up after this break. Don't go anywhere. The Qualifier 2 recap show will be right back.